Okay.
Good evening. My name is Dahvie, Vanity, and I sing for a group called Blood on the Dance Floor. And today I'm being interviewed, which is wonderful by a nice lady. And we'll be going over some things about our group.
Awesome. Well, the last time we caught up with you guys was on Warped Tour in Camden.
It's been a while.
So yeah, definitely. Can you fill us in on what's been going on since then?
Yeah, it hasn't stopped really since Warped Tour. As soon as Warped Tour was over, we took about a week off, and then we started working on our next record called Evolution, which, that record we get a lot done in such a short span of time. In 2 weeks, the album was pretty much almost done.
2 weeks?
In
That's
2
incredible.
weeks. Incredible.
Wow.
James Egbert came from Denver. He's one of the producers, and then Gerard Wilmington came out for about a good week. So we knocked out a really good portion of the album, and now we're gonna take as much time as possible on it. We're gonna spend another month or two on it, and we really want to paint a story. Evolution is about new hope, and we want to make sure that we hope for people, but through our progression, our revolution. I think this is a time that the world needs to change. We keep going the ways that we are going, we're going to destroy ourselves. And I think it takes a group like ourselves to encourage that and to be a part of the change instead of being part of what destroys our world.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of years left, so we must do everything in our power to protect it and save it. And I think that's what we are. We're like superheroes. And our message is love. And we're going to protect it as much as we can.
So how do you in turn urge your fans to kind of support the same message? Like, how's the feedback been?
I think the fans are always about love. A lot of the fans that I've noticed wear the two stripes of unity. The two stripes that I wear on my face, they stand for unity, equality, for all of humanity. And it's basically one race is the human race. So fans definitely embrace it as well. They believe in it. I think everybody wants to live positively and good rather than live negative and fear. So I think by extracting the negative feelings and the fear, I think people will progress to their dreams better. But you can't just say it. You have to put it in your mind. You have to see yourself doing it, and you have to see yourself, your future being good in order to achieve it. It's kind of like you can dream it, you can be it. That's a saying that's very often we hear in our society today, and that's a great quote to live by, because that quote will encourage you and motivate you to have faith in what you live.
Oh, of course. It's so well put. It really is.
Just being honest.
So, with that being said, how does the controversy around your band sometimes affect you?
I think it's like taking a piece of paper and crumbling it. People always want to, if they don't understand things, just try to destroy it, try to convince people that it's evil, that the devil compels it, or things like that, which is, I think, all ignorance. It's lack of knowledge of who we are. Look, I'm a straight male. I do have androgynous qualities. I've never been charged with a crime. I'm an innocent man, and I've lived my life positively and well, and my mother raised me good, and my parents support who I am, and I think people will always try to destroy something that's good,
right?
Or something they don't understand. We're not your typical cookies out of a batch. We've got sugar, we've got all sorts of interesting things that make us kind of different, but people are going to be afraid of what they don't understand, and don't have to be afraid. We stand for good, and when people start seeing the good that we do and all the positive that we bring, they judge us. They have perceptions of us. And, like all perceptions, you'll never find self-exception. So these are people that maybe just insecure with themselves, that don't understand what's going on.
True.
And the best thing you can do is just don't sink to their level. Understand that they live in fear, you don't. You can live with courage, and that takes love.
So back to the upcoming album release. Is there a target release date for that? Is it possibly sometime
There
early
was a
next year?
Valentine's Day release date, but I don't want to rush. I think great art is never rushed. It's about conveying the message that we're trying to apply for this album. So it's not about rushing the record. It's more like taking our time, good precision, and make the best record we can possibly make for our fans. We want to do a lot of the older stuff. Then we want to do like newer things too.
Okay.
So we kind of want to mix it all together on this one. But more importantly, we want to make an album for the fans, and it's geared towards the fans. But at the same time, this is a story about us and who we are. So we're going to continue writing about our things that we go through as well.
So you think there'll be anything we'd be surprised to hear you guys going to experiment with anything at all?
Yeah, of course. I think there's a lot of ska punk influence in there.
Okay.
There's a lot of industrial. There's techno, screamo, hip hop, dubstep. We kind of
that's like the new it thing now.
You know, there's even an acoustic song that I'm doing too.
Okay.
So there's a lot of new things that we're experimenting with. The thing about Blood on a Dance Floor is there's really no genres to us. We're everything. So it's a wild card. We don't know what to expect.
Well, I mean, that's what I was going to say. What I love so much about your band is that you're not able to be boxed up into
I've never
like
been
the
a limited
everything.
man. I've always been an open-minded individual. I knew that being an open mind can progress you to newer things and more exciting discoveries. So I've never been limited to one little option. I think if you limit yourself, you're really killing yourself.
Oh, of course.
And what's the point of living if you're not even expecting?
So, you know, personally, I like to look at music as a universal language that we can all speak and understand. So, you know, what do you hope in particular that listeners take away from your music?
That listeners take from our music? That people understand that we are that very universal message that brings music together. Music brings people together. Music is love. It's creation. We create it. It's an art form through our sound. And I think that I want people to understand that love is our message. Love is a wonderful thing, and you belong. No matter who you are, no matter how different you are, you know, the best ones are the crazy ones. And it's just a place for home. I want people to hear our music and be like, this is home.
So, do you remember the first album you purchased that left a lasting impression on you?
Of course, Incubus, Make Yourself.
Good one.
What a
Good
great
choice.
record to start my life out with. I remember I bought it in freshman year, and it was in my theater class. Guiding Hunter was in my theater class, and he brought it up to me. And ever since I heard, Make Yourself was the very first song, I just knew that this is a whole new thing. It was a whole new world for me. And I was into music, but not that much at that point. But that's when I really felt in love and passionate. And then Mike Eisinger really inspired me to pick up a guitar and start playing guitar. So a lot of my early influences was Incubus.
Nice.
That was my earlier developments, as well as pop music. I was really big into TLC, and They Say Die, and Wu-Tang Clan, and Killer Army. I was obsessed with Wu-Tang Clan. So I never really had a limitation, even as a boy.
So, do you have a dream artist you'd like to collaborate or share a stage with one day?
Oh my God. My favorite collaboration would be probably Marilyn Manson and Trent Reznor. I feel like they're very passionate.
But Trent's not doing music while scoring things. But
Yeah, I think I don't know what, he's doing more movies now, but I think if I could be one of my favorite collaborations and the most exciting, so actually even be Skrillex. You know, he's definitely the god of dubstep right now, and he's very talented, and I would love to do something like that.
Absolutely. Have you heard what he's done with the new Korn album? It's amazing.
Yeah, no, I heard two of the songs in there. It's great, but yeah, his music is it's innovative. He's pioneer, so it's definitely a universal thing as well too.
So you guys have played, bigger festivals, like, out at Warped Tour, and you guys did Epicenter in California, correct?
Yeah.
So what do you prefer, like those big, stadium shows, or like smaller, intimate club shows like this one here in Delaware?
They're all exciting because the intimate shows, you have sort of like that closeness with your fans. But I think the outdoor festivals, it's sort of like a true test of your music and things like that. So I kind of find them both very different. There's one's a day and a night kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But I love the outdoor festivals. I love being alone with nature and performing. Yeah, I love playing out in the open and rather than being in a building or something like that.
Oh, of course. Like I've always heard, it's like a completely different feed off the energy.
I think it's more exciting to play outside, honestly. But that's me. I love the fresh air. So.
Awesome. So, what has been one of your craziest fan experiences so far?
Okay, so on this tour, I'm looking down and this girl has her tits sticking out, and she's just grabbing my dick like that, and I'm just like, whoa. And I don't know. That's always like, you don't see that every day.
No.
But that was the craziest thing I've seen on this tour. Seen some crazy things.
I love how you've got it broke down by tours.
Yeah, I think the craziest thing I've ever seen on tour was this girl showed me her asshole, and it was a sunflower.
Really?
Yeah, she had a sunflower tattooed on her asshole.
I was going to ask if it was strong or tattooed.
Tattooed.
Wow.
Ouch. I was like, that's a first.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So, what has been one of the strangest rumors that you've heard about yourself?
Strangest rumors about me? What hasn't? I think every rumor about me is pretty completely ignorant and wrong, but I don't know. I think I'm Mexican. I think that was one of the funniest ones. Because I'm actually Puerto Rican, but I thought that was kind of funny.
You've got to wonder how they get started sometimes.
But now I'm actually Puerto Rican, but I don't know. I get like all these crazy rumors about me in the first place, but I think I'm sort of like a mystery still, and like all mysteries, people are going to take a crack at it.
No, of course. And you gotta keep a little bit of that enigma going, too. So.
Yeah, like I'm not completely solved yet. I haven't opened myself all the way completely to everyone yet. So, if you want to understand me better, listen to my music.
Good point.
All of it. Not just one song.
So, what are the plans for after this tour?
After this tour, it's evolution time. It's time for a revolution, and you'll be seeing a very powerful side to us in this next record. It's probably going to be a defining record as the music. So this record will change everything forever. The production in it, everything is a million times stronger than we've ever done it before. And I think fans this is the record that's going to shake the foundations and make some noise in the music world. And definitely go down in music history. So this record, we're going for music history, and we will achieve it. We will do everything in our power. We will give it our all to do it.
That's awesome.
Sending it out to the universe.
So, being that we're a pop culture website, is there a particular area of pop culture that angers or fascinates you?
Pop music has always been a very progressive thing, changing. I think all forms of pop music have always inspired me. I think music that a lot of people can relate with strikes a chord, one of the most primal chords inside of us. So, I listen to it all. I don't really limit to one thing, but I will admit one of my favorite pop albums as of recently has been that Chris Brown Fame album. That's pretty good, actually. And then the Drake album and the Lil Wayne album, I'm really into that. So it's good. It's just really fun music, and the words are very meaningful.
Great. So what is the best way for us to keep on top of everything that's going on with you guys? I'm sure I've seen you pretty active on Twitter,
Yeah,
Facebook,
twitter.com/BOTDF music. Release updates. We have an official website. I love BOTDF.com. Our Facebook is facebook.com/official BOTDF. And for more news and updates, check out our YouTube. And that's youtube.com/officialVOTM. And for more news, and stay tuned for the latest updates. Check us out on Twitter. That's the most updated thing that we have.
Great. Well, I want to thank you so much for talking to me tonight.
You've been wonderful. Thank you so much for taking your time to be so patient.
Oh, no problem.
I take 2 hours to get ready.
So is there any final comments you'd like to share with our site visitors?
Definitely. Love conquers all. And that's coming from Dahvie from VSBF. And continue checking out the greatest, the latest from this lovely lady right here. And we wish you all faith in all that you make, and take care. May good fortunes come your way. Peace.
Great.